Good morning and welcome back to the New Forest on a lovely warm late August morning. Well, this edition of the video diary shows some of the goings on in the forest during July and August. Look out for Mojo, the Orphan Foal. And if you ever wondered what Dodder is, then keep watching. June was the hottest June on record worldwide. Not in the New Forest though, it was wetter and cooler than normal. The start of July was a typical English summer. Some warm sunny days, some showers and some cooler days. That didn't last long though, and we were soon having more rain again. Temperatures below normal and more rain than normal. Not a great year weather-wise as yet. In July, the antlers of the red deer and the fallow deer are still growing, and they're covered in a velvet material to protect them. These images, taken by Annette Gregory, show the antlers in velvet perfectly. They'll be fully grown in time for the rutting season in the autumn. I saw these fallow deer bucks towards the end of August, and we can see that the velvet's all been shed. The buck at the back still has some blood on one of his antlers, left over from when he rubbed the velvet off. In contrast, the roe deer rutting season is in July and August, so the velvet around their antlers has already been shed by July. This roe deer seems more interested in his breakfast than finding a mate. The long-billed Dowitcher is quite common on the coasts of North America. Not so common in the New Forest though, but one turned up down on the coast near Lymington in July. These images were taken by Steve Laycock, who saw the Dowitcher several times. Long-billed Dowitchers have been seen here before, but sightings are rare. Do you know what this is? This is an oak bracket fungus that I came across one day. What we can see is the fruiting body of the fungus, and its presence may mean that the tree's rotting. It commonly grows to about a foot in width, but much larger specimens have been seen. They normally grow on oak trees, but they're sometimes found on birch and beech trees. It secretes a thick amber liquid which looks like honey, but don't try it. The fungus is not edible. And do you know what this is? This is Dodder, and it's found in places in the New Forest, but it's not common. Dodder is a parasitic plant and depends on the host plant for its nutrients. It attaches itself to the host, in this case a gorse bush, and then twines itself around, always in an anti-clockwise direction. It looks like spaghetti. Sometimes the dodder takes too many nutrients from the host plant and the host dies. It's not in the dodder's interest to do this though, so the host usually survives. Most years, when the schools break up for the summer holidays, the weather seems to take a turn for the worse. This year though, the weather improved from mid-July. Summer had finally arrived, and we had some lovely spells of warm weather and some hot days in late July and through August. The cool damp weather that we had for the first half of the year didn't help the butterfly and moth populations. When Butterfly Conservation carried out their annual Big Butterfly Count in July, sightings were well down on normal throughout the country, and the New Forest was no different. Last year, in 15 minutes, I counted 18 butterflies and 5 different species on the flowers in our garden. This year, I counted 4 butterflies and 2 species. Butterfly sightings have increased in August though, with the warmer weather, so hopefully numbers will recover next year. Back in May, New Forest commoner Sally Jolly and her family attended the Bewley Road pony sales. They were looking for some yearlings to bring on and graze the forest land that they have. There was plenty of ponies to choose from at the sale. After the bidding ended, Sally had become the owner of 3 yearlings of various colours. At the end of July, I met up with Sally to see how the yearlings had settled into their new home. This comparison shows how well the ponies have come on since the end of May.
So we bought these 3 guys from the pony sales because we needed some young ponies to bring on for the conservation grazing down here. As you can see, there's plenty of natural food down here, absolutely ideal for native ponies such as the New Forest pony. In the autumn, we will get these guys castrated, and then we will bring them on to make riding ponies. We're really, really happy with our selection. It can matter colour-wise what is popular at the sales. A roan is always what we call the pink pony, which can be a very popular choice for people. And then you've got your bays, which are really sort of popular for the showing. And then over here we've got Player, who's a lovely grey, and he is actually by Polaris, our own stallion. So that was a great find at the sales.
You might remember that we saw Sally's stallion Polaris when he was out on the forest earlier in the year. Here he is at the New Forest show. He was up against some very stiff competition in his stallion class, and Sally was very pleased when he was placed second in class. Well done, Polaris. What happens to a New Forest pony foal that's lost its mum? Here's Sally to tell us all about one of them.
So this is Mojo, and he is a 7-week-old New Forest colt foal who we were asked to look after because sadly his mother died a week ago. So we've had him approximately a week. He came and he was pretty wild, but as you can see, he soon learnt that we aren't all bad and we're here to look after him and give him the best of care. And so we will have him until he's about 4 months old, and then we will probably try and find him a little home, and if not, then he will stay with us.
Mojo has his own stable now. During the day, Sally or Leslie take him out to a small paddock where he can eat the grass. He's also fed on foal mix 4 times a day.
Good boy. Come along then. Very good. I'll pop you in here with all your lovely grass. There we go. Yep, we'll find you some breakfast. Or brunch, as it would be now. Huh? Yes. So our next step with Mojo is to continue feeding him, getting more introduced onto different feeds, and he will be going out to socialise with some other ponies. And he will also have a vet visit, so he'll have a microchip, which is a compulsory for all horses and ponies to have, to identify them, and then he will be issued with a passport. And that will be with him for life. We've just wormed him, so he's had all that. And we'll just continue with his progress and his training and his socialising with the other ponies.
Mojo settled in remarkably quickly, and he enjoys a good scratch. We'll come back again later in the year and see how Mojo is progressing. The summer, of course, is a time to see dragonflies and damselflies. These lovely images were taken by Sarah Smith down at Blashford Lakes. Don't go in the water. Summer is also the time when the heather that grows in the open areas of the forest bursts into colour. The pollen of the vibrant purple flowers is perfect for bees making honey. Local beekeepers put hives out on the forest at this time. The flowering heather is also a sign that autumn's just around the corner. Then we'll be looking for fungi and watching the leaves on the trees begin to change colour. In the meantime, the ponies that were born earlier in the year are growing well. The cool damp weather that we've had for so much of this year has helped the grass to grow, so at least the animals are benefiting. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, please consider subscribing to our channel to see more videos about living in the New Forest. Thanks for watching.